What's up, y'all? This No Chill Gil, and I want to make this video pretty much just helping out anybody who been thinking about making the switch from console to PC. And I made the switch about 3 years ago, and I'm trying to tell you that I do not regret it. Overall, I'm a gamer, and me switching from console to PC gaming, man, it was the best experience I ever did so far. So overall, I'm gonna just run you through the steps, your options you could do, and pretty much what you should do or how you should approach the situation. And I'm gonna just break it down for you. So once you ready to make the switch, you'll be perfectly ready to make that switch. Now, step one, you need to worry about your budget. Overall, your budget really dictate how your PC gonna come out. If you just want to get your feet wet and you want to like start PC gaming early. I mean, I made a video showing that I built a 1440p gaming PC. You know what I'm saying? That ran games perfectly fine, 1440p, and it was under $1,000. So you want to get your feet wet? I'm gonna put the link in the description, and you can just watch that video, get the same parts I got for the PC. And I pretty much bought everything from Micro Center. And another thing too, these are the only two options I believe in the United States of America to really buy parts. But in my area, it's Best Buy and Micro Center. Those are the two best parts to buy the PCs at and parts at. So take that in consideration with your budget. But back to the budget part. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to get your feet wet, $1,000 would do. You know what I'm saying? $2,000 will get you a mid-tier PC, and that's pretty much the sweet spot for PC gaming. You know what I'm saying? That's the sweet spot for PC gaming. You pretty don't have to upgrade unless you want to. And another thing, high end. High end, I mean, if you like top of the notch shit, just go ahead. That's high end. That's pretty much high end for you. Your budget is probably well over 3 grand. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, off of personal experience. You can't even, you can make a high end PC under my guess for 3 grand, but 3 grand, you know what I'm saying, would definitely get you a high end PC. Let me talk about pre-builds real quick. Pre-builds pretty much like it's kind of like robbery. Pre-builds, you know what I'm saying? They get the job done, but some pre-builds are built horrible. You know, some joints it's just like, why are you charging this much for this? And it's kind of like, if you're going to spend, let's say your budget is around, let's say under $1,000. Um, that ain't bad actually. I had a 3060, and 3060 is a good graphics card. I got one. I got mine in my streaming PC actually. I'm actually recording on the 3060. Um, the 3060. This is not a bad build for this price. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your feet wet, this is definitely a good build. You know what I'm saying? And you got 16 gigs of RAM. This is not a bad build at all. This is this is a steal. So let's say, like I said, a budget build under $1,000. This right here, this PC right here is a steal. And don't be afraid to buy open boxes situations either, because I mean, open boxes, yes, it'd be nothing wrong with it. It's just people bring it back because it didn't perform how they expected it to perform for the price. Like this right here, like you should not buy this. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Then you got fucking, yeah, this he probably bought this joint like that. I could be keep playing my Xbox, because the 3050 is a shitty graphics card, but it's only 1080p. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't perform like this one right here. This gonna get you 1440p. This, you know what I'm saying? Just $100 more. This is a good buy. This right here is not a good buy. Matter of fact, you probably could build a PC better than that for a cheaper price. That's what I mean by the pre-builds. You gotta be careful with the pre-builds. What else? You know what I'm saying? Under $1,000, it's definitely like if it was 3060. If it was a 3060 under $1,000, I highly recommend you buy it. But let's say yeah, all 16 gigs of RAM. As long as it has 16 gigs of RAM, you don't gotta add no more. Or if you can't add more, I prefer you add more RAM in there. But 16 gig of RAM, you know what I'm saying, you perfectly fine. It's gonna run every game now currently perfectly fine. So like I said, any like pre-build that got like 3060 under $1,000 is definitely a good buy. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to think about. And don't be afraid to do the open box. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I mean by like, let's say you got your budget at two grand. Um Honestly, if you got $2,000 to spend and you want a high-end PC, bro, just build it. Just build it. Just build it at that point. Just build. Cause I mean, there's nothing wrong with the pre-builds. It will save you a lot more money if you just build that shit. You know what I'm saying? So just take that in consideration. Now the next thing you need to figure out, what kind of graphics card you want in your PC. You only got 3 choices. You got NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel. Intel only got like 2 graphics cards for you. And this really dictates about 70, like I want to say 70% of your PC performance. You know what I'm saying? The graphics card. So pick wisely how you want your PC to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, this is mostly where your money is going towards, your graphics card. And heads up, I mean, there's nothing wrong going with a 30 series card. And actually, it's probably better off going with a 30 series card right now than a 40 series. But a 40 series gonna have all the new shit for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong going with either option. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, $1,000 part, I mean, you buy a pre-built 3060 in to get it. Cause NVIDIA is, me personally, is the best graphics card out of the other 2 competitors. But AMD do got some good graphics card too, cause this is good. Like there's nothing wrong with these graphics cards. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about what your budget is. But quick note, if you want to make a high-end PC and you want to spend the least amount of money as possible, this graphics card is $500 cheaper than they high-end best graphics card. If that make any sense? Instead of paying 1,600 for NVIDIA graphics card, her best graphics card, you could pay $1,000 for AMD best graphics card. You see? So that's something to take a note. And also too, you want to save more money. Let's say I'm gonna get y'all hip to price match. Let's say you want a 40 series card, you want a 4090, right? You see that it's almost 18, basically 1800 right here. They buy that graphics card. But you go to Best Buy and you see that it's $50 cheaper. You could take this information, show Micro Center in the store and say, hey, look, this is cheaper here. Can I get it for the same price that I could get it from there? Then guess what? They're gonna price match you. They gotta honor that code. They gotta honor that situation. Cause this is Micro Center and Best Buy are competitors. And also too, this also work with Amazon, because Amazon also Micro Center and Best Buy competitors. So any website that's competitor to Best Buy and the, you know what I'm saying, Micro Center, Best Buy do price match too. So anytime you find a part cheaper there, you could tell the competitor like, hey, I found a part cheaper at your competitor store. Can I get the price here? And they're gonna price match you. So if you want to save more money with the PC parts, that's a great tip that I've been using for the longest. And also brush up on the videos on these 2 cards technology, because there's something called DLSS for NVIDIA, and for AMD is a thing called FSR. And those 2 things really make, you know what I'm saying, it's AI technology within the graphics card. They make the graphics better. So y'all had them options once y'all get them 2 graphics cards. Now the next thing you need to figure out what kind of CPU you want. I mean, honestly, if you ain't streaming, i7 or a Ryzen 7 is perfectly fine. I mean, you can still stream with them GPUs too, but I mean, if you want to just game, those are perfectly fine for high-end PCs. But let's say if you want to do all that, you gotta get an i9. You gotta get an i9, and you know what I'm saying, a Ryzen 9. If you want to do all of that, and that's what most of the money is. That, like I said, this is probably like the other like 15%, 20% of your PC performance. The CPU. So really, just like I said, just watch videos. I got a video. I put a video in the description for you. You doing content creation? Just go all out. Or you doing streaming? Go all out and get you the best CPU in the market right now. And which is like, you can get you an i9. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. Like, you get this i9 right here, because this i9 I got right now. I'm going to upgrade this eventually, but right now I got this i9 because I had this. I bought this like last year. Upgraded to that last year, but you know what I'm saying? That right there perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and get you an i9, like a 12th gen, right? Like this right here, you want to do content creation and all that. Or you get you a Ryzen 9. Like, get you a Ryzen 9. You can do the last gen Ryzen 9. What is that? I'm pretty sure they still got it in here. It's a bunch of CPUs. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of CPU, and actually a lot of these CPUs on sale right now too. I'm looking at the price. I'm liking the price, and I'm liking this price too. But I ain't gonna upgrade. Yeah, I don't need to. But overall, watch a couple of videos. But you need to figure out you want to do Intel or AMD because those are only two competitors in this part of the market, AMD or Intel. So figure that out. But me personally, like I said, if you want to do content creation, you want to do all that shit, go all out. Just go all out and get your i9. But if you don't, or you want to save a little bit of money, an i7 would do it. But you are limited to do certain shit. Just like, but i9 will let you do all that. Just take that in consideration. Or you could do the Ryzen 7 because I be streaming on my streaming PC with a Ryzen 7. I got a Ryzen 7 in my streaming PC. I got this one. Yeah, I got that one in my streaming PC. So just take that shit. Watch a couple of videos on YouTube. Make your decision on that. Also, a quick note: AMD CPUs. Everybody, all the videos I've been watching, they saying that CPUs, AMD CPUs are better for gamers, and which I mean, honestly, it is, especially for somebody who been on a low end PC. If you've been on a low end PC, just go ahead and get an AMD because a lot of these CPUs are like, you know what I'm saying, are made for gaming. So take that in consideration. That's just something I just need to throw out there. Oh, and like for instance, like I just said, for that right there, price right there, that's a cheap price. I paid $400 for mine. Ryzen 7 when it first came out. Now look at it now, $200. Ryzen 7 is perfectly fine. So like I said, you want to go for like a good PC, a Ryzen 7 is perfectly fine. You could do a Ryzen 5 too for any budget build PCs. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to do strictly gaming, Ryzen 5 perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Ryzen 5 perfectly fine. Like all these CPUs are perfectly fine. Especially like you just want to do strictly gaming, all these ain't perfectly fine. But all like I said, you want to do streaming and all that extra shit, editing and all that, it's best to get a Ryzen 9 or a Ryzen 7. Vice versa with the Intel i7, i9. So that's all I gotta say about this whole situation. Cause there's tons of CPUs that you could pick from. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's just it's the pricing, is your how much money you want to spend. But once you make this decision, this really just dictates your motherboard. Now that's the next step you need to figure out. Now, when you're doing the motherboard, what I mean by that, Intel, because like once you make once you make the decision for the CPU, you know what I'm saying, the motherboard it's just got to go with the CPU. So it's just like either you go on Intel or AMD. This is right here. You see it right here. And shout out to Micro Center for doing bundles if you want to save more money. This is like literally that's the exact same build I got in my PC right now. Anytime you buy a CPU in Micro Center and you buy the motherboard, they automatically just give you a combo deal for some reason. But that's shout out to Micro Center for doing that. I appreciate them for doing that shit. But you know what I'm saying? But even on the website, but you go in the store, they got the same deals. But like I said, if you buy a CPU from Micro Center and just buy the motherboard, you get a discount because it's the combo. So quick tip, anybody that's want to like stream and make content creation and editing and all that, I got this same CPU, this same setup right here. I got the same CPU in my PC and I bought it for $650 and I look at the price now, it's $400. So I highly recommend you grabbing this if you want to do all of that. Another quick side note for anybody doing a budget build PC, heads up, make sure the motherboard got Wi-Fi built up in it. You know what I'm saying? Wi-Fi in it. But if it don't have Wi-Fi, you could do these and do an internet connections. But let's say if you don't want to do that, or you cannot reach the internet connection too much for you, and you need a Wi-Fi motherboard, but the store don't have it, just go ahead and buy you a Wi-Fi adapter. You know what I'm saying? And boom, you got Wi-Fi. And I forgot about this. This is very important in your decision. Is you doing DDR4 or DDR5? DDR4 is pretty much at its max now. I don't think DDR4 is getting better than what it is now. But DDR5 is new and it's pretty much pretty much in the future. I can see DDR5 being a thing for PC gaming in the future. But right now, DDR4 is perfectly fine. It's perfect fine. Like it's perfect. So are you gonna do DDR4 or DDR5? Because that's what you need to figure out about your RAM. Because sockets are different on the motherboard for your RAM. All right, and the next thing you need to figure out the RAM. I highly recommend 16 gigs of RAM, nothing less, especially nothing less, like literally nothing less. You should always do 16 gigs of RAM or more. But other than that, 16 gigs of RAM is perfectly fine, especially for somebody who doing budget build or who just want a game. That's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to stream, I highly recommend you getting 32 gigs or more. So just take that in consideration. And like I said, DDR4 and DDR5, you see the difference, you see the price difference. Check out the website. But you know what I'm saying? It's really how you want the RAM to look. I mean, the RAM is also just customization for real. For your PC is just RGB lights, but you know what I'm saying, but all RAM is just perfectly fine. I really don't even, I can't even tell you the difference, but besides the megahertz, I'm pretty sure there's a video on YouTube telling you the difference. But overall, this shit is perfectly fine. The next thing you need to worry about is the CPU fan. Pretty much, I'm gonna throw this out there real quick for anybody doing a budget build. If you buy a CPU that got a stock fan that came with it, you could just use that and just skip this process altogether and save yourself some money. But pretty much, if you got any one of these high end CPUs, I mean, as you see, they is promoting DDR5. Um, I highly recommend you getting a water cooler, a 3-fan water cooler. These new AMD CPUs, I heard they've been running hot, and they like hot as shit. So I'm pretty sure you probably gonna want to use a water cooler because most of the new AMD CPUs don't even come with a stock fan. So if you get one of these new AMD CPUs, just go ahead and get you a 2-fan or 3-fan for your PC and just rock it out like that. But overall, if your CPU comes with a stock fan, you could just use the stock fan and save yourself some money and just, you know what I'm saying, skip this process. But this process also, you know what I'm saying, help out with performance and customization on your PC. And let me show y'all how to price match real quick while we in this situation. Um, let's say Best Buy is closer to you than Micro Center is, or Micro Centers just don't exist in your area. Um, and you see on Best Buy they're selling this CPU, and they say you want this CPU, but they selling it for $700. You can just go to the Micro Center website and see whether they pricing the same product as. This is the same exact product. Same exact product. And Micro Center is selling their product cheaper than Best Buy. So when you go to Best Buy, show them this so you can get the price at this instead of paying $700. Save yourself $150. That's just a quick tip. And pretty much like Micro Center's CPUs are all on sale right now. You know what I'm saying? So you could just go to Best Buy, find the same CPU they got, and just price and tell them the price match. And boom, you save yourself some money. So that is something you could take in consideration. Because Best Buy got no sales going on. There's no sales. And I'm saying I'm pretty sure they got the same CPU listed. So you know what I'm saying that's a tip right there you can use. Now let's say the stock fan is not for you, it's ugly, you want better customization on your PC. You could just slap one of these fans on there. These fans is really this part is just like this part of CPU is just more customization for real. Just like the water coolers, you could slap one of these on there. But I'm saying, like I said, the water cooler is only for high end PC, but mid tier you could slap one of these on there. You'd be perfectly fine. Now the next thing you need to worry about is how much storage you want in your PC. There's only 3 different type of storage: SSD, M.2, and hard drives. Um, the only difference is out of all 3 of them is they load up faster. M.2 the fastest one, SSD is fast, then hard drive is the slowest out of all 3 of them. But overall, that's the only thing you're paying for. If you gaming though, I highly recommend you getting an SSD. M.2 is just as great, it's better. But the only thing you paying for is loading up faster. You get what I'm saying now? Everything just faster. You know what I'm saying? It's just faster. So just that's literally all you paying for. But it's your preference how much storage you want in your PC. I recommend you buying multiple storage if you doing content creation and all that other stuff. You doing so you could just buy one storage for gaming, one storage for boot, and one storage for just storing stuff. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, keep it separated too, cause you don't want to get your stuff mixed up. But you know what I'm saying, it's your preference how much storage you want in your PC. Now, you going for a budget build, I just highly recommend you just go ahead and buy you a hard drive. You could buy yourself a SSD right here for 1 TB, $50. That's go right there in the hard drive slot. You could buy one of those, or you could just buy you a 2 TB hard drive. I think Best Buy got it for $50 too. What is that? Yep, Best Buy got it for $50 too. You could buy yourself a 2 TB hard drive, but just know your boot up time gonna be slower. But you getting more storage for the same price of the 1 TB SSD. That's just something to take in consideration. And another thing too, if you're doing a budget build and you want to take that advice with the 2 TB, I just highly recommend you grabbing one of these, a cheap SSD, and just push your boot, like just separate your boot from your games, so you won't accidentally delete stuff. So just go ahead and just separate that, you know what I'm saying, from each other, and just buy one of those and put all your boot on the SSD. And another thing too, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for y'all, pretty much explaining to y'all what I mean by the boot time slash loading time with the SSD, M.2, and hard drive. Somebody made a video about it, so I'm gonna just help them out, get more views on that shit, so y'all can have a better understanding what I mean. Power supply. I'm gonna make this quick. Pretty much whatever the GPU recommend, that's the power supply you get. Now, my recommendation is I recommend you go over the recommendation or for the power supply. So if it say 750, get 850 or 1,000. That's just me. I'd rather have more than less. That's just my preference. That's it. But you could just you be perfectly fine with the GPU recommendation there. That's it. But that's just my recommendation. I rather have more than less. And when it's time to upgrade, I could just upgrade. Now I'm gonna just brush up on this real quick about the monitor situation. Based on the PC you made or built, make sure you get the right quality monitor. But I highly recommend you just go ahead and get a 1440p monitor, because you could just upscale it, downscale it. You could just do that, but make sure you get a 1440p monitor. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you could get that, and you be perfectly fine. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Matter of fact, you don't even gotta buy it from Best Buy. You could go to Micro Center and buy it, or you could buy one off of Amazon for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure you get a good resolution for your PC. And like I said, I highly recommend you getting a 1440p monitor, 27-inch. And look right here, they got that same monitor for open box for $20 cheaper. So just take that in consideration. Oh, nothing be wrong with open box. I bought a couple open box shit before. Open box is just somebody didn't like it and they returned it. I mean, it doesn't mean you won't like it. And if you got bread to spend, you could buy you a monitor like this. You know what I'm saying? 4K monitor. Or you could spend $500. This for anybody who got a high end build or a mid-tier build. You can buy one. You can spend $500 on one of these joints, get you a curve. But that's if you got money to spend. But you don't got no money. Those are the options I show you, 1440p. But there's more options for 1440p. It's just you just gotta look for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Best Buy, but Best Buy and Micro Center probably got the best ones. But you can go on Amazon and find some monitors too to buy. And just it's somebody on YouTube who did a review on the monitor you're looking at. So use YouTube to your advantage. Now, I'm gonna make this quick for anybody that's a smoker. Be mindful when you be blowing the smoke at, cause that smoke is going inside your PC and it's harming your PC. So be mindful you blow the smoke at. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say for the smokers. Another thing too, you put your PC on the floor, on the ground, where the carpet at. It's gonna cause your PC to gather up more dust. So take that in consideration. So you're gonna be cleaning the PC more frequently. And another thing too, what's the last one? There's one more thing. Oh, and don't be touching the PC, the inside of the PC with your bare hands without decharging yourself, because you shock that PC, because you know when you touch mine, you shock them. And you shock that motherboard, you gonna fuck your whole PC up. Now you gotta be back on Micro Center buying a new motherboard. So be mindful when you be touching the inside of your PC. Don't be touching with your bare hand without decharging yourself. You could decharge yourself with a static band, or you could just touch some metal before you go inside, or put the PC on top of some metal. You know what I'm saying? But make sure do not be touching me with your bare hands before you go inside that PC. You know what I'm saying? Decharge yourself. Decharge yourself first before you go inside that PC. But overall, that's it. I mean, that's it. I hope this video helped you out making your decision on, and I hope I also help you out mapping out the pricing, how much money you're gonna have to spend. You know what I'm saying, to make your PC that you want. I hope I help you out with that too, because that's pretty much what I did in this video. Pretty much break down everything you need to do to make a PC on your own, or how much it will cost you to buy the parts. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I hope this video helped out anybody. Thank you for watching the video, and good luck on the transition from console to PC. And also too, I forgot to tell y'all this too. It will raise your light bill.